Hi, welcome to Minecraft Survival Skills. So this is the second in a series of videos on how to build a gunpowder farm. I'm not sure how many there will be. I'll tag them all when I'm done and know how many I have. But this is number 2. We're going to pick up where we left off last time. So we left off with the water tray right about here. We have the second layer in the water tray. And now we're going to go up and do the third and final layer, and then we can put some water in this. So let's get some blocks out. I need some solid blocks here, some full blocks. And this is one of the things that's different. If you look at Nimbon's video, his videos are always great. He's a real go-to for anything for technical Minecraft. However, the one thing in there that was a little different because it was made a while back was this layer right here of blocks. These were slabs in that video, and they can't be slabs now because as of Minecraft 1.13, the slabs can be waterlogged. So you got to make this layer full blocks now. So let's talk about how to do it. So you're going to put a block like I just did, temporary block, to bring you up and out one more here. So we're going to put a lip around the outside of this now. This is going to be the final lip that's going to hold in the water, but it's got to be done right. So you just put a block there, and then you start to bridge over just like this, where you're filling in these gaps down here on the bottom. So this is the first part of building this. So just like this. It was a little confusing to me when I watched the original tutorial. I was trying to alternate stone with dirt, with stone with dirt, and it was just too hard. And it's really simpler to me to just do this, build it this way. So I want you to know, I want to bring up something here. So I was bridging along here, and when I got to this part of it right here, just notice that we built and then we just came straight across all the way over here, and then continued on with our diagonal bridging that's going to fill in the gaps, and we're going to do the same thing all the way around. So, and then after that, there's one more set of block placements that we need to make. So I'm going to cut away here so I can finish that. At least this part, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what we need to do next. Okay, so we finished off this lip around the edge, and you can see that it's 2 blocks wide all the way around. So there's only one thing else that we need to do. We need to come out to these ends here, and we need to put in 1 extra block on the outside. So that makes this 2 blocks wide as well. So it's 2 blocks all the way around the outside. So let me just do these real quick. This won't take but a second. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get ready to place our water. Now I have an ice farm. I highly recommend that if you have a place where you can make an ice farm, go ahead and do that, or go find some ice. If you don't have a silk touch pickaxe, or you don't have a place to make an ice farm, you can do this with buckets of water. You can make an infinite water source up here and do it that way. I've done it that way before, but if you can get ice, it just makes this next step easier. But basically we're done. So we've got 2 blocks wide all the way around now, including on these end pieces. So we're going to put some ice on the inner lip of this thing, and go ahead and flood the pad. So let me pull out my project box here, and this has to be just regular ice. Can't be packed ice or blue ice, that won't work. And then you're just going to go around the edge, and you're going to place ice. I think I'm going to take these torches out because I don't want them to melt the ice before I'm ready. Alright, then you're just going to go around and do this all the way around. So I'll be back when I've done that. Okay, so I placed the ice. I had to come down and sleep, and I want to do a fly around so you can see also what's going on with the ice. So looking at it, you can see that we have ice on the inner lip, and then on the outside we've got blocks. Let me fly up so you can take one more look. We have blocks outside. So those blocks that are on the outside are going to make sure that when we start breaking this ice, all the water flows into the tray and none of the water flows off the edge. So now we can go around and we can start breaking these ice blocks out. So I'm going to do one or two here. Oops. Wait a minute. Oops. Alright, my bad. So this is all packed ice. This isn't going to work. I need to get regular ice. We might have to make a trip over to the ice farm and get some regular ice. So let's break this out. I'm going to break this out and head over to the ice farm. Might as well show you the ice farm since I have to go over there. And this is a good lesson, I guess. So I'm going to cut away here and I'll show you the ice farm. Okay, so we're going to head on over here. Here's where my ice farm is. You get some regular ice to do that tray. And this is I saw this in a Movavi tutorial. It was made by somebody else, but Movavi showed it off, and I've since seen it in some other videos. Now there's only one catch here, is I don't know how much I'm going to get. I need at least 64 blocks. So the theory behind this thing is that you put these slabs diagonally across here, and this is 12 blocks diagonally. If you count, it's 12 from corner to corner. Yeah, you can make it bigger, but that's how big I made this. And then when it freezes all around except for the spots that are underneath those. So then it refills itself automatically when you break the ice. So I'm going to take my silk touch and just run around here and break this out. Also, it's made of wood so that you don't accidentally break the walls when you're using your pickaxe to break out ice. And so is the floor. The floor is made of wood as well. So let's see. I think we got a pretty good amount there. We got 64 blocks at least, and that's enough to do the mob farm. So I think I'll leave that little goof in the video. It makes a good point, but I'm going to cut away from here now, and I'm going to fly back and put this ice in place, and then we'll pick up where we left off. Okay, so we've got this regular ice in place now. Let's try it again. So we're going to just break out a piece of it, and then we're going to check the water flow here. So you can see that this rim around the outside here is keeping the water from flowing off the edge. It's all flowing in towards the middle, and if you look at these two blocks that we just broke out here, they're flowing all the way down to the middle, and they're overlapping that 5 by 5 area by one block. That's what we want. We want it to go one block in all the way around that. So I'm going to go break out all the way around here, and when we come back we should see a nice flow of water going into the middle, flowing everything into the middle and into that drop zone. Be back in a minute. Okay, so I broke out all the ice, and you can see that the water is flowing in towards the middle, and it's overlapping by one block here. So later on, when we break all these blocks out, including the ones I'm standing on, we're going to put signs up against the edges of those slabs to keep the water from flowing over and down into the pit. So you'll just have water hanging over the edge here, pushing everything in towards the middle and over the top of the sign, so nothing will be allowed to stand on top of the signs, and it'll all drop down, and we can get our goodies. So that's the water tray, and that is probably in my mind, it is one of the most more complicated parts of this build. The spawn pads that we're getting ready to do, and the whole rest of it is pretty straightforward. There's a little bit of block placement left to do, but let's get going on that. So let me get some dirt, and let me get a few things out of the chest, and then I'll cut back in after I've got the stuff that I need, and we'll get started. Okay, so I went down, took a quick sleep, and got some inventory. Now we're gonna start to tower up. So let's get in the middle here, and I've got the chest that's got all the redstone goodies in it. So we're going to start with dispensers. So we're going to go and tower up with our dispensers. Take this torch out, jump on top of this block here. We're going to go up 1, 2, put a dispenser, and then same thing all the way up. 1, 2, put a dispenser. Oops, I just thought of something. I need a dropper. Can't reach that. Need a dropper. Okay, got a dropper. So you want a dispenser and a dropper for this step right here. And you're going to go up just like this. Dispenser, dirt, dispenser, dirt. And then when you get to the top, you're going to do 1, 2. You're going to do 1, 2, and then a dropper on the very top. So I'm going to get up to the top, and then I'll cut back in, and we'll show, we'll take a look at how to put in the observers that are going to create the flesh chain for this farm. Okay, I'm at the top now, and I just wanted you to notice that the dropper, this is the very topmost of this chain now. The dropper's facing up. It doesn't make any difference. I remember I was wondering about that. We're just using the hopper to start a signal chain. So it doesn't matter that it's facing up like that. And then I kind of messed up and I jumped down too soon. So let me take this tower out here. This is from earlier. All right, now we're ready to do the observers. So the observers are going to be looking up into the bottom of the dispensers, and when the dispensers activate, the observers are going to give a redstone signal to the dispenser underneath. So we're going to have a timing circuit on the very top that's going to activate the dropper. The observer underneath the dropper is going to see that, and it's going to give a redstone pulse to the dispenser underneath it. That dispenser is either going to flush or drain its pad, and it's going to give off a signal that's going to cause the observer underneath it to pass that signal down the chain to the next one down, and so on and so on and so on until it gets to the bottom. So that's how the farm is going to flush and drain. We're going to get all the pads, and you can see it only takes 10 dispensers. So this is a very efficient design. I really like this design. So to go up and do the observers, you're just going to break out the dirt on your way. You're not going to need it after you build this second tower here. You don't need to put an observer on the bottom. You just need to start with the second one up here and just do observer. So the observer is, the face of the observer is looking at that dispenser, giving out a redstone pulse from the back that's going to control this dispenser here. I'll just do one more and then I'll finish the chain. I'll cut away and finish the chain, and then I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so just like that all the way up. Okay, so we towered up with the observers. So this is the dropper on top here, an observer facing into it, and now we're just going to go on down, and we're going to check on our way down and make sure that we've got all the observers facing the right way. And when I get to the bottom, I'll start building the pads. Okay, so we've come down and we're looking at the first dispenser here. We're going to build our first spawning pad around that. So you just do top slabs all the way around the top of it. and then you're going to count out starting with right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're going to make a like a lowercase t out of it, like that. Okay, and then the same thing over here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a lowercase t, and then go all the way around with that, and then I'll be back in just a second and I'll show you how to fill it in. Okay, I think where we left off was with making these arms, and then we were just going to take a quick look at how to just do one pad, how to fill it in. So we're going to connect up like this. So you just come to the underside of the T here, put a block, put another block out, and then just go diagonally across. Just walk it across like this until you meet the other side. So then you've got a nice setup here. You've got this ring of 2 wide slabs, and I'm going to do that all the way around, and then I'm just going to go around and fill it all in so that I end up with this nice I think it's 7 this way, 7 that way, so it's 15 wide pad. So I'll be back when I've done that. I just wanted to show you something as I was bridging here. This will happen to you, so just kind of keep your eyes open for it. You can reach the tray underneath, and if you miss on a placement here, you can end up putting a block down there, and that'll kind of mess with things. So just be aware that that can happen, and just break it out if it happens and continue on. Okay, so we've got the first spawning pad filled in. Put down a couple of torches so that you don't have any nasty surprises as you're going up and down the dirt elevator there. And later on, these torches will come out automatically when we do our first flush of the pads, and they'll drop down and they'll go into the storage system, so they won't be lost. So now you just need to do this exact same thing 9 more times. It sounds like maybe a little bit of work, but it really goes pretty quick once you get a rhythm going. So I'll be back when I've done that. Okay, so I've got the pads built. All the spawning pads are built. That's the dropper right there. We're going to go up and do that in a second. But I wanted you to take a look at something here. I forgot something that I mentioned earlier. I need to go down and do it. See that I've got creepers standing there and a skeleton standing there. He finally wandered off and floated away. Got Enderman right there. I think I just looked at him. I might be dead. I don't know if he can teleport up here or not. Duh. But those blocks have to come out. So I'll wait till the sun comes out. I have to go down there and blow that creeper off of there. And then I have to go break out those blocks so that I don't get spawning over my head. So there you go. That's why you break them out. So let's go up and do this. Now this one's a slightly different, and I want to like double emphasize that on this very top one, on the off the dropper, it's been top slabs all the way up. But you want to go with bottom slabs now. So make sure that's a bottom slab, because this is going to be a huge roof up here, and you don't want a bunch of stuff spawning on the roof of your farm. So make sure these are bottom slabs. They're not going to be lit. They're just going to be bottom slabs. So to start with, you're going to come out 7, same pattern as we did on the other pads, but bottom slabs. Small t, lowercase t, and then go all the way around and do that, and then fill it in. And then when you come back, I'll show you the rest to get this thing started. Okay, so we did the roof up here. It's all bottom slabs, and it's the same pattern as the spawning pads. But now on the roof, we have to go out more because we need the roof to be big enough to make the light level on the pads underneath it 0. So we're going to go out. We've gone out 7 already. We're going to go 14 more. So you're going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not like that. So that's going to cost me. And then put your lowercase t on the side. Like that. And we're going to do 3 more just like that all the way around. And then we're going to fill in this entire roof the exact same way that we did all these spawning pads underneath us. So I think this is a good place to end the video. It's been 20 minutes now, and I think in the next video we can pick up. And I might do a little work off camera to fill in this roof because it's just a lot of block placement. And then we can put down the redstone circuit, and we can go do a couple of things of other little maintenance things down on the pads, and we'll be ready to test this this mob farm. I think it's going to be really, really good, and I can't wait to get my hands on the gunpowder. I'm going through quite a bit of gunpowder just flying up and down off of this thing. So thanks for watching. Click the like button if you liked it. Leave me your comments, questions, subscribe, and click the notification bell if you want to be notified of future videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.